Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm doing a reading for Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. Took a couple days hiatus, so I'm back. Anyway, as I shuffle my deck, I'm kind of getting an idea of what everyone's going to be feeling tomorrow. My goodness. Yeah, apologies for like the dark circles under my eyes. Like, I look like a raccoon right now, but it's okay. Anywho, let's get the show on the road. If this doesn't resonate with you, then please move on. And for those of you that don't know or are new to my channel, I like to pull 2 cards to begin my reading, just to get an idea of where we're headed and how things are going to go. Alrighty, so we have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So, oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sleepy. With the Page of Pentacles, it's really just about like rediscovering your values, really kind of starting this new kind of path that'll allow you to kind of open your mind into like figuring out what like you really value the most in your life. And with the King of Swords here, it's like kind of taking a distant kind of approach, a sort of level-headed, equal kind of approach, a balanced approach to whatever it is that your value system may be. It could be towards your career, it could be towards family, it could be towards yourself or your health, anything like that. Wow, okay, we've got the Knight of Wands. So we've got a lot of court cards here. We just need a queen. So with the Knight of Wands, is really kind of like going to get what you want, like really starting to go and get this, whatever this physical thing may be, and learning from the King of Swords, really taking a level-headed approach to how you go about getting what it is that you want. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. Don't block yourself unnecessarily from doing what you want, or like don't create barriers to yourself, because that's, you know, it's kind of like what we do the best, like we're our own worst enemies, you know, so it's kind of like creating this barrier between your goals, and you're back here and your goals are somewhere over there. So it's really just about like getting rid of those mind blocks, really kind of charging through those blocks with this Knight of Wands through this barrier. So it's really just, yeah, moving forward, really kind of persevering. We have strength. It'll take a little bit, or, you know, strength of mind to really kind of get where you want to be. Some kind of determination. It doesn't have to be like chariot level determination. It can be like a quiet sort of inner strength that you possess, that you can kind of just like handle situations in a cool, level-headed way, and like being able to get through problems in a manageable way. And the Nine of Pentacles, this is the Rich Lady card. You're almost there. It's almost tangible, right? So everything that you're doing, you're on the right path. And it's also about, like, you know, your dreams are within reach. Yeah, you just need to go and get them. We have the Knight of Pentacles. You just need to go out and grab them, right? So it's really just about having that kind of knight energy and really like charging ahead no matter what you're doing, and just like taking life by the reins and kind of heading off into battle. Whew. Anyway, mosquito is in here still. Okay. We're really building our foundations for later on in life. We have the Three of Pentacles. We're really starting to like bring things together. Like we're collaborating with other people. We're collaborating with, you know, spirit. We're collaborating with anyone who will work with us, right? So it could be someone who, it could be like a potential like career boss, yeah, a career partner, I mean. And it could potentially be like, you know, a way of building yourself back up. You just got to go and get it, right? And finding that motivation. I know it can be hard. I've been there. I knew we were going to get this. I had a feeling. The Eight of Wands. Fast moving energy. Yeah. So this is really about really going to grasp what it is that you love to do. Take things by the reins, right? We have the Knights here to help us. You've got the strength, right? And we also have the King of Swords, right? To really kind of help guide us through this kind of purpose that we have. So everything is like really fast moving. It's like a snowball effect, basically. We have the Four of Swords. And this can be like, this is kind of a conundrum, right? So we have the Eight of Wands before this, right? And this is a lot of fast moving energy. But the Four of Swords is like a way of stepping back, taking a little bit of a break for a bit, kind of reevaluate your situation, really kind of think about what you truly want. So I think what this spread is really saying is that it's all about balance. So you can have this, like, these strong foundations and really like fast moving energy, but it's also important to take a break every once in a while. to not burn yourself out. Burnout is a problem, right? We all face it. One fell out. Hold on. Okay, so we have the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Empress, it's really just kind of moving back to that kind of mindset where you really start to embrace the divine feminine of your own intuition, that inner knowing, that sort of sensitivity. But also with the Ace of Pentacles, it's really about a new kind of, like, you're rediscovering your values, because, you know, at the very beginning we had this, the Page of Pentacles. So it's really kind of this new sort of value system that you're developing within yourself, that you're really starting to analyze and build strong foundations with. Because the fruits of your labor will eventually pay off. I mean, we have the Three of Cups here. This is all about, like, being in a good place to really kind of let loose, let yourself go a little bit, like be free, like wild and free. And really kind of look at the bounty that you have. Look at what you've created. And I know that's like Seven of Pentacles kind of energy, but it's pretty similar for the Three of Cups. It's time to celebrate. Take a load off. We have the Six of Pentacles next. So with the Six of Pentacles, this is really just like taking the high road, pretty much. Not because you're better than other people, but because you realize that everyone starts somewhere and that it's a different journey for everyone. It's important to remember that, because, you know, you can be like, hey, I see the light, but in the end, it's really just like, okay, not everyone is at the same spot as you, which is okay. I got this card in a reading before, the Nine of Wands. It's almost like this fast-moving energy becomes faster and faster. You're almost at the end of a cycle, and this could be potential, like, you know, a sense of like responsibility, really, but like it's a more of like a responsibility to yourself than anyone else. It's about upholding your values, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles, with the Page of Pentacles. You've got a lot of pentacles in this reading right now, so it's just about upholding your standards, keeping things real. Being level-headed, realizing that not everyone is at the same spot. We have the Page of Swords. This is a good reminder, because the pages are always kind of messengers, right? Like one of the pages in the Minor Arcana are some sort of messenger. So in this instance, it's just a reminder to everyone that it's okay to take the high road. Just be mindful that not everyone is at the same place as you. And that's okay to remind that. Be reminded of that. And so we have the Hermit next. So it's really just like, you know, once you realize that you've really kind of moved forward, taking time to really not reconsider, but to sort of use this free time to do some deep introspection and really kind of evaluate how you're kind of going about what you're doing. And you may like it, you may not, and it could just be like a catalyst for change. And it's just like kind of like a reminder, like, you know, you're in this journey for yourself. No one else in your life is going to live your life for you. You're living your own life. But a lot of, like, you know, reflection too about, you know, where you started as opposed to where you end up. And then really kind of focusing on how you move that energy kind of outward and help other people. Six of Swords. One of my favorite cards. I love this card so much. Yeah. In another reading, I pulled the Eight of Cups, but it was reversed, and it just totally fit with that reading. But this reading, the Six of Swords, is just like, like, it is perfect. Like, leaving things behind, we can just choose to move on. We don't have to go through any kind of traumatic process to really kind of usher in this way of moving forward. Unlike the Eight of Cups, where with the Eight of Cups you have to really go through some painful stuff to really be able to move on. And that isn't always fun. So Six of Swords I like because it's so just, it's just there. You just kind of have to do it, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't hurt. And the Three of Wands, more forward momentum. We're headed somewhere. Can't say where yet, but we're going somewhere. I mean, why do you think we have this Six of Swords? We're in a boat, everyone. There are boats down here. We're going on a journey. Come along. Bring snacks. Just like, yeah, this is all about like moving, like a lot of forward motion. With also the Eight of Wands, like that's a lot of forward motion too. So I just pulled one last card, and after that I'm going to shuffle and do a top and bottom read and then pull some oracle cards. The last card I got was Temperance. And Temperance is really important in this instance, in this reading, because it's really just like, take your time. Do things at your own pace. This does not have to happen overnight. This moving on, it's a process. It's a lot of give and take, with Temperance kind of pouring in her cups, the cups. And so it's just like, remember, like, not everyone is in the same place. And that's important to remember, because temperance is here to remind us again that we do things in our own time. Okay, let's do top and bottom. We have the Emperor, and the Nine of Swords. We are done. We have clocked right out. We're done with our current situation. We have moved on. We have gotten out of Dodge. So the Emperor is here to really tell us, like, this decision is the right decision. This forward momentum is the right forward momentum. And even though you're awake from your nightmare, we're out. We're done. Everything is good. And I know usually that's not how the Nine of Swords is interpreted, but in this instance it is. So deal with it. Anyway, I'm going to do a reading from my Woodland Wardens Oracle deck. And let's see. Ooh. I'm shuffling, shuffle. Trying to get everything all kind of mixed up in here. Nicely shuffled. One more. I feel like I'm shuffling all day. Ooh, this is one we haven't gotten yet. The Turtle and Coriander, and this is all about satisfaction. This is really taking time to look at what we've done and be satisfied for once in our lives, right? You go, folks. You go, everyone. We're all here on different journeys, and the little things we can take satisfaction in, go for it. Yeah. Okay. The Cat and Lavender, and that's about independence. And independence is so important because we have this forward momentum going. We have this sort of take no prisoners, no looking back mindset. And so the Cat and the Lavender really kind of encourages us to be independent, to not rely on others so much anymore. We've gotten this one quite a few times. It's the Porcupine and Anemone, and that's about boundaries. This is about setting boundaries with other people, but also within yourself. It's important to remember what your own boundaries are. What are your limits? What are your expectations of yourself? Are they realistic? Are they unrealistic? We've gotten this one before too, the Opossum and Peony, and that's about bashfulness. I'm going to pull an extra card just for clarification, because now's not the time to be bashful. You are good to go. Like, I guess maybe being subtle or, what's the word I'm looking for? Humble is a good way of being bashful. Being humble, I would say that humility is a good thing in your situation. We have the Crow and Dogwood, and that requires intelligence. So everything that you've done is for yourself. It requires some sort of knowing or knowledge, right? And so it's important to remember that, like, being intelligent is not the most important thing in the world, but it did help get you to where you are. Because you're not arrogant, you're intelligent, but not arrogant. Okay. We have the Chipmunk and Laurel, and that is about success. You've created something for yourself. You've moved past whatever it is that you were doing that was making you unhappy, that was making you burnt out, that was making you not like what you were doing, or, you know, how you were moving forward on your life path. But you've come out on the other side. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. The Wolf and Rosehip. And that's all about guardianship. You are the guardian of the way you move forward. You're kind of like the ferryman in Greek mythology over the river Styx, where, like, you get on the ferry and go to the underworld. Either Asphodel or the other, you know, the good place. I don't remember. Elysium. So you're really just the guardian. You're really kind of guiding people into how they can be better people. You're kind of like a sentinel, for example. That's a good word for it. You're a sentinel for others. And I'll pull one more card after this last one, and then I think we're good. So we have the Otter and Cattail, and that is about peace. And we have the Trout and Lily of the Valley, which is about purification. So the sort of forward momentum that all of us have been kind of going on has brought about some form of peace, like inner peace, like an ability to just kind of like lie back, relax, just kind of watch the clouds kind of just go by, like, you know, and in a way it kind of like purifies us. It's kind of a way of like releasing this pent up old energy that no longer serves us. And so I think, like, it goes without saying that this is an important part, even though it was mostly minor arcana. it's an important path that we're on to being better humans and to being just, you know, maybe better mothers, fathers, or for those who are non-binary, whatever it is that you identify as. And it's really just this forward momentum is really kind of positive for a lot of us. And it needs to happen because we're in unprecedented times. I don't understand most of it. I don't understand why people harm others for no apparent reason. But, you know, that's just kind of how I roll. Anyway, that's all I have for you. So have a good night, everyone. Bye.